Hello and welcome to episode number 15 of the JK Cast with Justin and Keely. How's everybody doing out there? Hope you're doing well. Earlier this week, we live in Texas. Texas is known for tornadoes. So is kind of like the middle of the country, like up to through the Midwest. Yeah, the Great Plains. There you go. Known for tornadoes, and normally we don't get too many tornadoes that actually do damage.
In the city area.
In the city area, because there's too many buildings and whatnot. But we've been, in Texas, end of March, April, beginning of May is when we get a lot of rain. There's a lot of storms. The springtime to grow all the trees and the fruits and the flowers. Oh, the wildflowers are going to be here.
Mm.
Yeah. Oh, wait, what day is it? It's spring.
It's spring.
Yeah, we're recording this. It's spring.
Welcome to spring, yo.
Welcome to spring. So it was, 5 in the morning, was it? 5:30?
Yeah, it was too early.
Yeah, I know for you. The tornado siren started going off. And I think that's the first time.
In this house.
Yeah, in this place that the tornado sirens have gone off. But it's the first time that I've really been asleep when they've been going off.
Yeah.
Normally it's like.
It's usually in the afternoon.
It's usually in the afternoon/evening that we get actual tornadoes.
Mm-hmm.
So it was going off, and I want to bring this up to you because you're such a heavy sleeper.
Mm-hmm.
I woke up to the tornado sirens, which don't make terribly a lot of noise. You can definitely hear them. I think it was the first time that I was actually woken up by the tornado sirens. Normally, they're in like the afternoon/evening that the tornado sirens start going off.
Yeah.
And so I woke up, and the dogs were up. The dogs were,
not happy.
Yeah, loud noises late at night are weird because you're not used to loud noises.
Mm-hmm.
I wake up and I have to wake you up because I'm like, well, we need to move to a safer area.
Mm-hmm.
So I start waking you up, and you do this really annoying thing that pisses me off when I wake you up.
Yeah,
is you say yes, sir, when I tell you to get up. It upsets me because I'm like, every time I wake you up,
because you act like the drill sergeant.
Because you don't get up.
It's so annoying.
First of all, your alarm goes off, and I have to wake you up. I'm like, turn your alarm off, or get up.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll get up, and I'm like, hey, you got to get ready for work. And you're like, okay. Well, you say yes, sir, and then you don't get up. And I'll come back and wake you up some more, and you say yes, sir, and you don't get up.
I feel like the extra level of respect there in my response will trick you.
No,
into
it's
thinking,
not. It's not respect.
into thinking.
You know damn well it's not respect. But what I figured is that you actually aren't awake when you're saying that.
No, I'm awake. I'm saying it out of spite.
Okay. Well, when I woke you up for the tornado siren, I said, "Hey, wake up! Tornadoes are siren going off." You went, "Yes, sir," and then didn't get up. I was like, "No, get up! The tornado sirens are going off." I was like, we need to move. And you're like, oh, tornado sirens are going off. The next day, I don't think there was actually a tornado.
No.
So the next day, I saw people in community stuff, and people were upset. They're like, oh, the tornado sirens are going off, but there's not even a tornado. Or a lot of people were saying like, why is everybody freaking out about a tornado? Like they also go off if like there's a really severe thunderstorms or like really high winds above like 70 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And people were like, oh, I don't know why everybody's like freaking out and was like so upset by the tornado. There wasn't a tornado. I was like, okay, but when the tornado siren goes off, are you going to take the risk and be like, it's not a tornado. It's either winds or the heavy thunderstorm.
Or a rainstorm. Who knows?
I'm not going to get up. And then your house gets ripped apart.
But also heavy winds that heavy mixed with a thunderstorm are things that can create a tornado.
They can create a tornado or like tear down trees and like
which is why they have the alarm.
Yeah, we have big trees in Texas. I mean, like you see trees that are, if they fall over, they could easily crush right through your house and kill anything they land on.
And we only have trees of that size in Texas, according to Justin.
No, I'm just saying, like we have
big trees here.
Pecan trees. We have.
I don't think they got big trees other places.
California, they got redwoods.
Everything's bigger in Texas, huh?
Yeah, everything's bigger in Texas.
Preposterous.
But I also think, like, isn't that like doesn't Texas have bigger trees than other places? No?
No.
I think so.
It's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard you say.
Well, everything's bigger in Texas.
Have you gotten many other places?
Yeah.
You don't think they had equivalent sized trees in Minnesota?
Yeah, some of them, but they're like really old trees.
You know, most of the trees that we have in Texas, we plant from other places, right?
Yeah. I just feel like they grow bigger in Texas.
Okay.
We don't have trees zapping up. We don't have trees. We don't have trees zapping up all the
Justin's
nutrients.
Just particular about Texas. I feel like that's his whole message.
I have to Google this now.
Are trees bigger in Texas?
Yeah.
Let's find out.
I think the answer is yes.
The top answer is going to be like, yes, everything's bigger in Texas.
Google's just going to have like, yes.
Its source is going to be the everything's bigger in Texas, like website.
Texas Big Tree Registry. Texas 4 info. What? So I think I was right.
You're definitely wrong. You're slapped down by the Dallas Morning News.
I mean, is the Dallas Morning News that reliable?
I feel like they would never go against Texas.
They would never lie.
They were not wrong.
Trees. All right. I guess we don't have big trees.
Yeah. So that was fun.
I still think trees are big.
Bigger than a person? Yes.
Some trees.
Some, yeah. We do have a lot of really tiny trees in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Dallas Times said.
Dallas Times?
I think it's the Dallas Times.
Is that a thing?
I thought so.
We're moving on.
So anyways. Oh, sorry, no. The Dallas News.
Yes.
Justin just thinks really highly of Texas, and that's really where all of this is coming from.
I just think I just think I grew up with big trees, so I'm like, or maybe I was a kid, huh?
I've been to your house.
The trees are gone now.
Okay,
they got too big.
Okay,
that was actually the reason.
Okay,
they got too big and they fell over. They got so big they couldn't support themselves.
Exactly, because big trees can't survive in Texas.
What? It's because we have high winds. Like I was saying, bringing it full circle, that the wind knocks them over and they can hurt people and damage houses. That's why we got rid of them when I was growing up.
Yeah.
There we go. We did it.
So we don't keep the trees when they're big.
No, they don't.
So there are no big trees.
Once they get too big, they're mulch. We put them on playgrounds for kids to get splinters.
Get stuck in their knee when they jump off the swings.
Oh. That happened to you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Did you ever jump off the swings?
Oh yeah, we used to jump off swing, do backflips. We used to jump off and hang on them to swing back like Spider-Man.
Yeah,
they took the swings from us.
I bet they did.
Yeah, like
they always threatened to take the swings.
Was not.
Well, we had 3 playgrounds at my elementary school.
Oh,
we had one for kindergarten and first grade, one for second and third grade, and one for fourth and fifth grade.
Oh, I forgot. Like all that was together for your school.
Yeah. So because they wanted to separate the kids at playtime because older kids can fuck up a 5-year-old, no problem. No problem.
You ever seen a 10-year-old just beat up on a 5-year-old?
Yeah, it's crazy. So the kinder first playground did not have swings.
Makes sense.
So they had a jungle gym and like a monkey bars. You could like
swing like a monkey.
Well, no, you could like climb across. Yeah. Across. And then they had, like one of those like triangles connect, and it's like
jungle gym?
Yeah, you can climb on. I didn't know if you knew what a jungle gym was.
You didn't think why didn't you think I knew what a jungle gym was?
And they have like hopscotch and random shit.
All the stuff painted on the blacktop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that one, I think that one was like pebbles or something. Like it wasn't
I don't know why I was like pebbles.
It wasn't wood chips.
Like it was better than wood chips.
But then the other 2 were wood chips. But I feel like the pebbles were worse because they were so hard to fall on.
Yeah, I mean, you're basically falling on concrete. Like how Scrooge McDuck, he would always dive into the coins and swim around. You would just like land on it and like die because it's just like a hard surface.
Yes, for sure. They do not like take on a liquid form when you dive into them. But yeah, we would play gravel. Have we talked about this on this channel before?
Yeah, we talked about gravel when I was talking about my dreams.
Okay.
When we were talking about our dreams.
Play gravel. We would play kickball. Did you guys play kickball?
No, we played soccer.
And we would also play soccer and flag football.
What? Oh, where'd you have flags from?
The PE people.
Like during recess?
Yeah, they would let us take them.
Oh no, we didn't. I didn't even play flag football until I was on the football team in middle school, which we played tackle football.
But we would play kickball a lot.
Mm.
And that was on like we called it the blacktop, which is it was an asphalt, a large piece of asphalt.
It wasn't, you didn't have like a field, like a baseball thing?
No, that was where we played soccer and flag football.
Oh, ours were separate.
That was like way back in the back.
Well, we weren't allowed to go over there anyway. It was too far away from the teachers.
Oh, we could go over there, but most of the time we play on the blacktop. We would play kickball, which I don't know why they let us do this.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah, they should not have let us do this. But pretty much it was like right next to the school was where the K1 playground was, and then there was this huge blacktop. And then all the way across the blacktop was where the 2nd and 3rd grade playground was. And then on the left side of the blacktop, next to like the parking lot where the parents came to like drop people off, was the 4th and 5th grade playground. So there was like just this huge like asphalt just surface that was like the size like of a football field, I guess.
You didn't have basketball on that?
No, that was like, yeah, that was on the end by the 2nd and 3rd grade playground.
Okay.
There were basketball hoops over there.
Okay.
And then there was also this weird game. It was like a pole and then like this plastic like thing that kind of looks like a mini water tower, but it had like holes in it.
The thing where you just like throw
a ball and it would come out of one of the holes. Yeah.
I never understood that. It was always so stupid. There had like a ton of playgrounds. I don't think we had one, but like I've been to playgrounds that have them. What's the point?
No one knows.
Was there an actual game to play?
I don't know. But we also, the blacktop went like right up against the school.
Right.
So we would play handball on that a lot.
Oh, I was about to say.
It was outlawed.
Oh, we played wall ball.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah, and we weren't allowed to do that anymore.
Yeah, a lot of people got injured.
One of my schools, we didn't have like a field we could go to because they were like weirdly set up and spread out, and like teachers would have to like supervise you while you're playing, and they would just like stand right outside the door, and they wouldn't want to be. So if they couldn't see you, you weren't allowed over there.
Oh, okay.
So stupid. But we weren't allowed to play wall ball. And so
I don't think they saw us in the field, but for some reason we could go over there.
Oh.
But it was only like 4th and 5th could go on the field. Okay. So like they gave people like extra responsibilities. I don't know.
Yeah, but I remember playing soccer on the blacktop this one time, and our goalie, they shot a goal and he dove for it right on the blacktop and just scraped all of his side of his body.
That's terrible.
And I was like, wow, what an idiot.
Similar things happened in kickball. Because you would be trying to go for a base and like they're coming after you with the ball. And you like slide into it and you're like, well, scrape my knee.
Did you not play where you could like throw the ball and hit them and they're out?
Yeah, you could do that too.
There's so many things. Like playgrounds in general, they're death traps. Everything is just like an injury waiting to happen.
Yeah, playgrounds are super dangerous. I don't understand why they don't just like, I don't know, let you play in the gym or something during recess.
Right?
Is it like that you have to be outside?
I think that's like
the thing.
I think it's like a legitimate rule. Like, I always thought that recess wasn't for the children; it's for like the teachers' mandatory breaks.
Because when you're younger, because you don't have recess when they're older because they switch between teachers for periods because teachers then teach subjects.
Yeah.
But when you're younger, teachers teach the children.
Yeah.
And so they can't like cycle away from them.
Yeah,
so
it's not like, I have second period. That's my like off period.
Yeah.
Yeah. Playgrounds are incredibly dangerous. I mean, like everything. Just like, I guess soccer was probably the safest thing we did because it was on a field.
Yeah, I feel like it should just be a field of grass. It shouldn't be like this this metal like playground equipment.
Yeah, it's like metal playground equipment.
And like wood chips.
Pebbles.
Pebbles. Yeah, it should just be like a field of grass and you can like have like different balls or something and do whatever you want.
Did you guys have tetherball stuff?
No, we didn't have tetherball.
We had tetherball and they were taken away when I was in like first grade.
Yeah.
Like I think we had them for 1 year and then they took the balls away, but the poles are like concreted into the ground.
Yeah.
Like we're in the blacktop. So now just like in the middle of the blacktop randomly,
like
they're
metal poles.
Metal poles. Yeah. incredibly dangerous. Like,
Definitely.
like it's a game of pinball with children's heads. We're talking about wood chips.
Yes.
I feel like most playgrounds have wood chips. I'm assuming they're cheap to just like cover the ground with.
Yeah.
But you said you got one stuck in your knee.
Yeah. I mean, if you fall on it and it's like up,
exactly,
it's gonna get into your skin.
And that's the thing. It's like children fall.
Yeah.
Like they're not good at walking.
Yeah.
So like they fall
and they
like,
try to do shit because they're adventurous and not scared of anything.
Yeah, because they're like invincible. Children are. I mean, like.
Well, they think they are.
Yeah, but they can get hurt and they heal up and they heal up. Like you break your arm as a kid, it heals up. Whatever. Yeah. You break your arm as an adult, it heals up, but it's never quite the same. You know.
Yeah.
And you're always kind of like, ooh, I don't want to like lift too much weight with it. I'm afraid it's gonna break again. But yeah, you're gonna fall. You're gonna get wood, and they're big. They're giant splinters.
Yeah.
But have you ever played on one of the best ones that I've found is like it's rubber. It's like shredded rubber.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they either have like shredded rubber or they have like actual like rubber.
Like a rubber floor. I've done rubber floor before.
Yeah.
I think that's like best case scenario.
Yeah.
I feel like shredded rubber, like animals could come like pick it up and eat it and stuff.
Oh, maybe,
that's not good.
And just like rubber out there.
I feel like that's why they usually use like rocks or wood chips or something, so it's not like terrible for the environment.
Yeah.
Also, and it's cheap.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have done the just like rubber foam like kind of flooring.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those are the best. And like you fall, they're actually cushioned. Mm-hmm. So like you fall, it's like it hurt, but it's not like
it's
falling
like the
on
wood chips,
concrete.
They're using the fact that wood chips inherently cannot be compact, and so that there's air between them.
Yeah,
and they're using that like air that's between the wood chips as a cushion.
Yeah, that's
and
your
it's
cushion.
Like, no,
and I'm like,
it's a shard of wood.
Yeah, I'm like I guess it's a little safer. Like if you fall straight down.
Yeah,
but like a lot of times you're running and you'll trip and you'll fall and you'll slide.
Scrape, yeah.
Yeah, and you'll put your arms out and you'll get wood chips straight in your palms. Mm-hmm. And then the worst thing happens. You have to go see the nurse.
Oh my God.
The school nurse. What the fuck is a school nurse for? I don't want to like, oh, it's a stupid job. But like at my school, and I feel like at your school too, there's two things the school nurse did. Took your temperature. If you had a fever, they would send you home. Mm-hmm. If not, they would give you a bag of ice for whatever ailment you had.
Well, they would like bandage you up if you got wood chips in yourself. They would like take the wood chip out.
They would take
some alcohol on it, put on a Band-Aid.
No, what? Alcohol?
Yeah.
No, they would take the wood chip out and then hand you a paper towel to stop the bleeding, give you some ice, and send you back to class.
Ice? No Band-Aid?
That's a paper towel.
I'm so sorry. No, they would take the wood chip out and use tweezers if there was any splinters. And they would put some rubbing alcohol, some Neosporin, and a Band-Aid.
No, see, that's nice. That's first aid.
Be like, are you okay?
No, there was just two.
And then they would be like, okay, well, you can go back to recess now. And you'd be like, okay, thank you.
There was two things. You got ice,
and they also
you got your temperature taken.
And they also had my backup inhaler in case I lost my inhaler, so I could go get some puffs.
Yeah, maybe that. I don't remember having that as a kid, but I didn't take an inhaler as a kid. I don't think. Mm-hmm. I think I had like an emergency inhaler, but I took liquid medication. I remember you would go to the pharmacy and they would flavor it for you. Yeah.
Fancy.
Either it wasn't medicine or my parents were just giving me like syrup.
They're just giving you like sleep medicine so that you won't be annoying. And you thought it was asthma meds this whole time.
Yeah. This one time, I want to tell this story because it's funny. When I was a kid, I had long hair. Mm-hmm. And for recess, you would go out and your recesses would like overlap with other classes' recess. So for like 3 hours or 2 hours or whatever the time period was, when like people were going into lunch at different times and had recess at different times, mm-hmm. there would be a 3-hour period where kids were just outside and they were changing like whose class was outside. So, but it was kind of like on your responsibility after 20 minutes, like you have to go back inside. Mm-hmm. But when you're a kid, you're out there having fun and whatnot. So I had long hair as a kid. And one time we were out there playing soccer and me and this classmate realized, we've been out here for a long time. Mm-hmm. We need to go back inside. So we go back inside and we get there and we're late to class. Everybody's already sitting down. We get in class and we finish the lesson. And then the teacher called over the other girl,
Oh, she thought it was the girl and not you.
No, she's like, I heard from this other teacher that 2 girls from my class were, and she didn't know who the other one was, but then the other girl got in trouble. And she thought the teacher that saw me thought I was a girl because I had long hair.
Oh my gosh. Nice.
And I was like, ooh. And I didn't get in trouble.
Nice. Score.
Yeah. But I always hated it. I'm like, they're children. Like,
Yeah.
you're going to get upset for them for not coming inside. Like,
I don't think that's how it worked on my school.
yeah, it was terrible.
Also, I don't think it was like 3 hours. Like I think a lot more people went to your school.
I don't think it was 3 hours, but I was saying there's like
yeah,
like probably like 2 or 3 times longer than your actual recess. Mm-hmm. There were kids just constantly outside because they were changing what classes and whatnot.
I think how ours did it was like by grade or something. I don't remember. Because I feel like all of 5th grade like went together. I mean, there was only like 2 or 3 classes for each grade. Like not as many kids went to my school.
Oh, well, yeah, no, yeah, because I think there were 4 for each grade, and we only had. You had like K through 5th.
Yeah,
we had 3rd through 5th, or 1st, or K through 2nd.
Okay. Yeah, I think they did it by grade, like for lunch and recess.
Okay.
I think like one grade from like each playground went at once.
Oh, okay. So you couldn't play like with other classes?
No, so it would be like all of 5th grade went.
Oh, okay.
And all of 3rd grade and all of 1st grade.
Okay.
And then K 2nd and 4th would go later. But yeah, and I think your teachers like came and like yelled for everyone to come in.
Yeah, they would yell, I think, but like from like I said earlier, they wouldn't leave. Like they would come out the door and they would sit on like the table, the bench that was right near the door, and on their break while they were like quote unquote supervising the kids. But the soccer field was like the blacktop, which is like as wide as a basketball court, and then there was another pretty good patch of grass, probably like the width of the soccer field, and then the soccer field. So it was a long distance.
Okay.
And then they would yell, and like you're out there playing and like panting, having fun. You don't hear them.
Woman who was in charge of like recess time. It was also, remember when we were kids, like the presidential fitness test was like such a huge thing.
I hated that thing.
So like she like took it upon herself, like our whole year to like prepare everyone for the presidential fitness test. So I remember one year she made all of the kids walk like 4 laps around the blacktop before they started playing, or like jog it or whatever. Just like the faster you did it, you could like go play faster or whatever.
I guess, but I feel like recess would you do that much activity anyways.
Yeah, well, she just wanted to make sure everybody was playing, like getting enough exercise, whatever. Because I think for our mile for the presidential fitness test, it was on the blacktop. So she was like, get some laps in, and then like she would do it, and she like taught everyone how to power walk, and she like made a big deal about power walking everywhere.
Was she the PE teacher?
No, she was the 3rd grade teacher.
Oh,
I don't know what was wrong with her, but she like took that upon herself, and so we would all do that. And she, after everybody had done their laps, she would just keep doing laps around the blacktop, like the whole time.
So power walking?
Yeah, just power walking the entire time of recess.
Okay.
So she'd be walking around, she'd be like, hey, your class is leaving. Like if nobody heard, like the teacher yelling or something. That's nice.
We got like one chance.
Yeah.
And then we were in trouble.
Seems like your school is like a prison or something.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
It's like, here's a paper towel for your bleeding.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, so I brought up school nurses earlier because there was this other time where I said, like, they only take your temperature or give you ice and like pull a splinter out, whatever. That's like their 2 main things is temperature or ice.
Okay.
So this one time I'm out playing on the soccer field and whatnot, doing kid stuff. I go to do a cartwheel because I could do cartwheels because I was badass.
Yeah.
But as I put my hand down, I put my thumb right on a bee and it stung me right in my thumb, like on the pad of my thumb. So I go, I tell my teacher, I'm like, I just got stung by a bee. My thumb's also, I need to go to the nurse.
Yeah.
Go to the nurse. And like, I know like they can't give you like painkillers or anything, but like, like some calamine lotion. What do you mean? What's that face for?
They couldn't give you like Advil?
No, they couldn't give us Advil. They could give you Advil? No, I told you they took your temperature.
Yeah, they just call your mom. They're like, this happened. Do they have bad reactions to like any of like Advil or whatever? If your parent let them give it to you, they could give it to you.
That would be nice. But I remember like I got
Because I got migraines like all the time as a kid.
I got headaches too, and I just dealt with headaches.
Honestly, it seems like pretty rough over there.
So I had my thumb was stung and it was swollen, and I had remembered like I was like, I swear another kid went to the nurse and got like that pink lotion that's supposed to like help with like itching and irritation, calamine lotion. And I was like, maybe they'll give me some of that. And she was like, no, here's some ice. Well, her reaction was really, I was like, I got stung by a bee. And she was more like, what do you want me to do about it? I'm like, you're the nurse.
You're like, be a medical professional.
Help me with
That's
my
what
thing.
I would like.
And I got some ice.
I am a tiny child.
Yeah. I got some ice, which helped a little bit, but not.
Do they never call your parents?
Not really, no. Like, unless the only time you call your parents would be like if you broke an arm or something. Like if you legitimately got hurt.
Like getting stung by a bee is
not
like,
a bee sting or a wood chip in your palm. Like, what are you talking about?
Not a wood chip, but like something like a bee sting. I feel like that's like call your parents.
They would call your parents if your temperature was over like 101.1 or whatever, or 100.1.
Okay. So it's just a bad school, I think, is what I'm hearing.
I do remember this one time in 5th grade that teachers complained about this one kid who was always smelly, and the school nurse would have to give him deodorant.
That's so sad.
Right?
Poor guy.
I know. I was like, damn. School nurses suck, in my opinion.
Okay, in your experience.
In my experience, every school nurse I've ever had was terrible.
My school nurses are pretty good.
Even in high school, there was no Advil, or it was temperature and ice. It was like an inside joke at our school.
It's so sad.
Yeah.
I feel so bad for you.
Because there'd be times where like,
no, like even in high school, like I would go, like if I had like cramps or something, like they would let me come in, like take a nap with like a heating pad. It was so nice.
The attitude of our school nurses was that if you came into the school nurse for whatever, their first thought is they're trying to get out of class. And their response is, I'm going to do what it takes to get you back into class as soon as possible.
Well, also I feel like Smith is very like military-esque. Like very strict on rules, and always assumes like the kids are like trying to be mischievous, like not assuming the best out of the kids.
Yeah.
At least like from what my sister went through there and what other people I've known have said.
Right.
And Turner was very much like chill.
Yeah.
And like they're going to nurture the children. And hopefully they'll make their best choices. Didn't nitpick kids about tiny things, because usually like whatever tiny thing they're doing is probably because of something going on at home, or because their family can't afford it or whatever.
Yeah, no. My school was never at all ever understanding of any kid situation.
Yeah, I feel like that's terrible. But like school should
you don't
be a safe environment for children.
Wait, you're saying school should care about the individual children and not like test scores and numbers?
Yeah, dude, I do.
That's weird. I don't know if I was raised to believe that in school. You know what I wish schools taught me about? You know how like they'll say, like everyone's like, oh, I wish school taught me about taxes instead of the Pythagorean theorem or whatever. I wish school taught me about cars. Like how to do maintenance on your cars. Because recently I was pulling out of the garage and I look, it was cold out when this happened. So I look and there's liquid on the ground. I was like, damn it. I knew it wasn't condensation because I hadn't been running my air conditioner.
Right.
I was like, damn it. So I get on my car and I'm looking at it. I'm like, oh, what fluid color is this? Whatever. So like, I don't know enough about cars. I'm like Googling, and it was like an orangey red fluid, so I Google it and it's like, oh, it could be like your transmission or power steering. I was like, well, both those are fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want it to be any of those. And so I look under my car, see where it's dripping from. It's dripping off the transmission. I was like, damn it. I was like, all right, it's not leaking that much. I need to use my car, but I need to take it somewhere. And then I was like, you know what I should do? I should actually look, like, instead of under my car, I should look under the hood to see if it's dripping from somewhere else.
Okay.
So I do open up the hood and I look, and it's actually my coolant dripping out of a hose.
How did you determine that?
Oh, because it was like the reservoir for the coolants, and it had a hose that came off of that, and that hose split into two going wherever, and from that connection where it split, that's where it was dripping from.
Okay.
And I could see that the fluid was actually orange because it was actually not like on the garage floor.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was orange, which is also stupid because my windshield wiper fluid is orange. And apparently transmission oil and power steering can also be orange or red.
Why don't they make them all different colors?
Right. I think brake fluid is also red.
I mean, they could just dye them different colors.
Well, I think maybe some of them don't have dyes and whatever I don't know. I don't know enough about cars. But for the most reason I want to know about cars, every time, I guess not recently, because I take it to, I have the thing with the dealership where they'll do my oil change.
Mm-hmm.
But if you take it to like just like a regular, like, oh, my car needs an oil change, take up the thing, like, hey, I need an oil change. They'll always try to like upsell you on stuff.
Yeah.
But like you kind of have to trust them in a way. If you don't know enough about the car, like they're like, when was the last time you changed your brake fluid? Like, it's been a while. And I'm like, well, I have no idea. I have no idea on it. And like, of course, I never pay for it because it's always like hella expensive.
Yeah, you're like,
but I'm always like, am I abusing my car? Is it just going to give up on me one day?
Right.
So I wish I could, because now what happens is like, I don't want to pay someone to fix the leak in my car. I bought a new hose and I'm going to replace it myself.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a little bit of work, but labor is really expensive.
Just because a lot of people don't know about cars.
Exactly. So they can charge you.
They can charge you whatever.
A ton of money in labor.
Because you don't know.
Exactly. Like when I had my old car, it didn't have a handbrake or like a foot brake.
Yeah, it was an electric emergency brake.
Yeah, it was an electric emergency brake. And one day I turned it on and then I couldn't get it off, so I couldn't drive the car.
Mm-hmm.
Had to get it towed, and it took like how many days to get it towed because they kept sending the wrong truck.
Yeah, they were like, "We'll just turn off the emergency brake." We're like,
I was
bro,
like, I can't.
I called about this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that was annoying.
And so for that, I finally get the tow truck and go, and they're like, "Oh, this is the thing. It was this button that was wrong." So we got a new part. We replaced it, and it ended up being like, I can't remember how much I paid, but it was like $300 worth of labor. And I was like, Jesus, it was just a button. What did they have to do? So I actually looked up a tutorial after that, and it was like a $20 part for the button.
Uh-huh.
And then
it was like 15 minutes.
Yeah, they literally just like pop it out, unplug it, plug the new one in, pop it back in.
Yeah, and they charge like $300.
And I was like, really? I was like, what were they charging labor for? And I was like, I'm sure like the labor was like them trying to diagnose it. Like, what's wrong? Is it like the brake line? Is it whatever? I'm like, ugh. But if I would have known enough about cars, I could have done that myself.
Right. Charge yourself $300.
Exactly. I could have paid myself $300. And then I would have been $300 richer. Which we've also talked about. Why doesn't... Because we both have cars that have given up on us in a sense. Like, you know, a lot of people, they can't buy a new car every so often. So they get a car and they drive it until it dies.
Yeah.
Like your car with your transmission just stopped and you couldn't use the car. Which sucks.
You could use the car.
Kind of.
You just couldn't stop the car.
Yes. You couldn't put it in a park. We talked about like, well, why doesn't like car insurance, like when you crash your car and you totaled, they'll pay you like, oh, we'll give you this amount of money for your total car.
Mm-hmm.
And you can use that for like a down payment on a new car or buy a new car.
Right.
Why is it not the same when it's just like all of a sudden transmission drops out on it? All of a sudden the car is not usable. It's basically totaled. So
why wouldn't we just like when something like that happens, why don't you just go get in an accident? Be like, I couldn't stop my car. It ran into this accident. I mean, insurance.
I guess if you run into like something that's not a person.
Yeah, like a light pole or something.
Yeah, but then like
I couldn't put my car in park. I ran into this light pole.
Mechanical failure. Well, it's also insurance fraud.
Well, it's not. You crashed your car.
Well, yeah, but you did it with no. I don't know, because like I don't know. I mean, like they'd have a hard time proving it, but if they proved that you knew that your brakes were out and you did that, or whatever was wrong with your car and you did that, you would go to jail.
How would they prove that?
I don't know. Oh, those like, you seen like, we don't have them, but like some insurance companies are like, oh, we'll give you discounts if you're a safe driver. You just got to plug this thing into your car.
Oh yeah, that'd be fucked.
Yeah, because like a lot of times what they can see is they can see like their check engine light is on. And I'm like, oh, they're not taking care of that.
Let's put those rates up.
Put those rates up. You're a irresponsible car owner and driver.
Some of the ones that I've seen, that you don't plug it into your car. You just like hang it from your windshield, not your windshield, but from your like mirror. And it's just really all it is an accelerometer.
Oh yeah, just trying to see
with like Bluetooth, so it'll like send it to your insurance.
Yeah, that's better than I wouldn't want to plug something.
So
in my
it's
car.
just to see if you like stop really fast or accelerate really fast, and like that's pretty much it.
Yeah,
because like people who like do those things quickly are like more dangerous of drivers on average.
But yeah, how fucked is car insurance and stuff? Because it's like they really don't cover. Like we just did this with renter's insurance. You were like looking at a renter's insurance, like, hey, should we pay like 50 cents more a month for flood damage?
Yeah,
and I was like, wait, it doesn't cover floods. What does it cover? And you were reading it to me, and it just said like $50,000 in coverage, and I was like, but what does it cover? And it was like damage.
Well,
I'm like,
it covers like if somebody breaks into your house.
Yeah,
your house sets on fire.
It covers fire damage.
It covers fire.
Okay, that's nice. Why is flooding different? Well,
a lot of things don't cover flood damage. It covers it says it covers acts of weather, but not flood.
Oh, what if like there was a fire and the sprinklers went off and the water damaged your stuff?
That's not a flood.
Okay, that'd be cool.
Flood is like people in areas that have a lot of hurricanes. You have to have separate wind and flood insurance.
Oh my god, that's so stupid.
Because normal homeowners or renters insurance will not cover.
Oh, and for car insurance, like like how health insurance works. Like you're like, oh, I'm sick, whatever. I need a general checkup. Health insurance covers that because it's preventative care. But then like car insurance doesn't. Like I'm sure there's maybe like a car insurance like tier you can get.
That's not it. They don't do that in car insurance at all.
Really?
How they do that for your cars are those it's when you buy the car.
Oh.
It's those maintenance like
the
packages.
Maintenance plans.
Yeah.
And then like the
they call them
the gap
something
coverage.
They call them something weird. But that's like their version of preventative like insurance is you buy it up front. Yeah. I wish they would do it for cars because it makes sense. But
yeah, but I'll only buy used cars. Unless I had like
bought a car that was like a year old.
Exactly.
Like less than half the price.
If you buy them from the
from Hertz,
from like those rental car places, they take very good care of their cars because it's like their investment that they want to keep up.
Right. And they sell them after like a year or 2 years.
Yeah, because it's depreciating value.
Yeah.
If you keep them longer than that, if you keep them like 3 years, then you might as well just keep it. And then you would have to drop the rate on.
Yeah, no one wants that car.
Exactly.
And so then they sell them for like less than half their value. You don't have to haggle with the dealer.
Yeah. Because it's like,
it's awesome.
You're like, here's the price. And you're like, great.
You're like, I would like that price.
I would definitely pay that price for that car. I would only buy a new car if I could look at the price between like, oh, paying $15,000 for a used or paying $30,000 for a brand new car. And I didn't care about that $15,000. If I had that much money, then I'd be like, sure, I'll buy a new car.
Yeah. I mean, like if you're at that point making that much money.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't really care, I guess.
Yeah. That's the only way.
Or if like you wanted it to be like customized. And shit.
If like, I don't know.
If you had the money for a custom car.
Exactly.
You wanted it to be
if I got into like towing things and I wanted to buy a truck that had like a tow package. If I wanted to pay $50,000, $70,000 for that car.
If like you want these color seats, but this color on the outside. That's not typical. So you got to get that custom.
Yeah. That's all I would. Yeah. And then at that point, it's like, if you've got that much money to buy a $50,000 car, $70,000 car, then who cares? If you got that much money, Jesus Christ.
Good for you.
I can imagine having that much money. Making those types of commitments is crazy. Like a car, like it's like 5 years that you're paying it. It sucks.
I guess you could just buy it outright.
Well, yeah, you could. Yeah, but you'd have to have that sum of money.
I know.
And that's the thing. It's like, you always hear about like, if you don't have a lot of money, like the way to save money is to have more money. Yeah. As in like you could buy a car for $30,000 or you could buy that same car and make payments on it for 5 years.
And
but
pay
it's
like $42,000.
Yeah, it's going to cost you more money.
Yeah.
Because you have to get a loan and you got to pay interest. And it's like, I could have saved a bunch of money if I just had more money.
Life hack.
Life hack, have more money.
Everything will be easier.
Easy way to save more money, just have more money. And maybe you don't even care about saving
And then you
money.
get interest on your savings account. You make money off of saving money.
And then you can invest. I think we really cracked it here.
And you make money off of having money. Really? Yeah. Life hack. Just have more money.
Just have more money.
Come on.
Yeah, easy.
Why not? So stupid.
Yeah, I know. Like people like legitimately think that way. You're like, cool.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You're like, thanks for the advice.
Didn't think of that.
Yeah, thanks for the advice. I wonder how I get that initial money though. Just have it. Oh, okay.
It's the avocado toast.
You're right.
It's the avocado toast and lattes.
You're right. So what if I haven't gone to Starbucks in like a year?
Well, I mean,
where's it?
Are you doubling your order of avocado toast?
I haven't had avocado toast either.
So you're a millionaire?
No.
Where's your money?
I don't know, man.
What else did you spend it on?
I don't know.
I have to like hire an accountant to go through your stuff now because like you have millions of dollars that's just missing. Of course, I'm eating avocado toast and drinking lattes all the time. That's why.
All the time.
That's why I don't have money.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, I didn't know you were doing that. I wasn't invited.
Thought you were doing it too. Thought that's why you don't have money, but apparently you got millions of dollars stashed away somewhere.
My savings from not eating avocado toast.
Yes. Open a savings account. What's a savings account for? Is it business pleasure? Oh, it's for the money I'm not wasting on avocado toast.
Every morning I send $8 to it.
Yes.
And $4 for my latte. It's $12 a day you're saving.
$12 a day. Wow.
Life hack.
Couple weeks, that would be like $1 million. One last thing. The other day I went to the store. This isn't one of those.
You did?
This isn't one of those.
Wow.
You know, you ever do that game where it's like, I went to the store and got, and you say a letter that starts with like an A?
Yes.
Okay. It's not one of those.
Been alive on this planet.
Well, I didn't know what to call it, so I had to describe it. I bought string cheese.
Stick cheese.
You called it cheese sticks.
Cheese sticks.
Why?
It's a stick of cheese.
No, I get it. But then we also had like those little like rectangles.
Blocks.
Of cheese. And you called it, you're like, it's also a stick. It's just a wide stick. And I was like, what? So I Googled cheese stick.
Uh-huh.
Do you know what came up? Like mozzarella, like fried mozzarella sticks that you get at like restaurants.
That's what came up?
Yeah.
Well, that's string cheese. That's just fried. So I guess I'm right.
No. No.
It's a fried stick and a non-fried stick.
But I've never heard you say the word stick cheese before. Cheese stick?
Cheese stick.
Is that something?
No, I think I came up with it.
You that was like the first time you said it?
Yeah.
No, I don't believe you.
And I like it now.
You like it because it annoys me. Because
Yes.
you said it, and I was like, what? And like you're like, didn't you say that? And I was like, there's no way I said cheese stick.
I thought you had.
String cheese. String stick.
Cheese stick.
Well, I guess it's not cheese at that point.
Stick made of strings.
Yeah, it's a crocheted stick.
Oh my gosh. No, I really thought you had said the cheese stick before.
Cheese stick. No?
But no, I like it. I like it now. I think we should leave it. It should stay with us.
But it doesn't articulate what it is.
It's a stick. And it's made of cheese. Is it not a stick?
When you say stick, I just think of like wood, like stuff that falls from trees. That's all that I can think of.
Yeah, but like made of cheese.
But that's not how I would, I don't know.
What would you call it then?
String cheese is what I would call it.
If you didn't call it string,
No, I didn't call it string
you were
cheese.
assigning it a word based on its shape. What would you call it?
I'm not going to say stick. So
You want to say stick,
I don't know why we're having
You
this
want to say
conversation.
stick.
Pull apart cheese?
No, based on its shape.
String is not about its shape.
Based
it's about
on its shape.
String.
I'm saying based on its shape, not based
That's
on
an
its
unfair question.
not
because
based
that's not
on
how
its
they
pulling
name
apart
string
ability.
cheese. That's not how they
not
name
based.
string
I'm
cheese.
saying if you were naming it differently, not about how you
if
pull
I was
it apart.
naming it differently,
not
I'd give it
about-
a different shape.
Not about how you're pulling it apart. About
I'd give
its
it
shape.
A different shape.
No, you can't do that. Your only option here is to give it a name based on its current shape.
Cylinder cheese.
All right, that's your answer.
You know how they have Vienna sausages?
Uh-huh.
Vienna cheese. Because it's like a cylinder, short cylinder. You look so disgusted. Why? Oh, the mic. Oh, that was so loud.
I didn't like that.
Why didn't you like that? Pick your mic up. What? Pick your mic up. It's rolling around making noise.
You said Vienna cheese.
Why did that disgust you?
It's gross. Vienna sausages are gross. Calling it Vienna cheese is gross.
You don't like Vienna sausages?
No, you know that.
When have I ever?
Because you've eaten them and I've been like, ugh.
I have?
Yes.
I can't even remember the last time I had a Vienna sausage.
You can't remember anything.
Is it all canned meats you have a problem with?
Most.
Which ones you don't?
Spam is gross.
Okay, which ones you don't? I don't.
Canned tuna's gross.
Oh, you don't like canned tuna? I wasn't thinking canned tuna. Not canned fish.
Well, give me more examples. I don't think I really know any others.
Like chili in a can? Manwich stuff?
Nasty.
Nasty?
Nasty.
You said most. Are there any that you like?
I don't know.
Wait,
I didn't want to say all because I don't know all of them.
well, okay. Okay. I can think of one that you do like.
Okay, tell me.
The corned beef hash.
It's not as good as it is in real life.
What do you mean real life? Canned is real
like
life.
Actual corned beef is better than that corned beef hash stuff.
Oh, yeah. I could imagine. But corned beef's so expensive.
I know.
I made corned beef one night and it was literally just like enough for 2 of us and it was like $20.
It was enough for 4 servings, but you gave us extra. You gave us really big servings.
Well, I love eating corned beef is so good.
I know. But you shouldn't have given us that big a serving. That was like 4 meals.
No, it wasn't. That's such a lie. Well, you know what they say. Everything's bigger in Texas.
Gross.
And that's going to be it for this podcast. Anything else to say? It's my shoe.
Thought you were ending the podcast.
I know, but I was going to... I kind of did it abruptly, so I wanted to give you a less chance to say gross or something.
I heard you did.
Okay. Well, we'll see you in another one.
Thanks for watching.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.